Electric vehicles have come a long way from their niche beginnings. And today, they are not just a glimpse into the future, they are a reality on the roads, with governments, automakers, and consumers embracing the shift to greener transportation. The electric vehicle revolution is gaining momentum. But this transformation is about more than just cars. It is a complete overhaul of how we think about mobility, energy, and sustainability. What does the future hold for electric vehicles? And how will they reshape our world? Let's look closely. The surge of electric vehicles. In 2023, global sales of electric vehicles surpassed 10 million units, according to a new record fueled by advancements in technology, competitive pricing, and policy incentives. Forecasts indicate that by 2030, electric vehicles could account for over 60% of all vehicle sales worldwide. Leading markets like China, Europe, and the United States are driving this growth. But the ripple effects are being felt by electric vehicles everywhere. Why is this shift happening so quickly? Much of it comes down to a combination of environmental concerns and economic opportunity. Governments are implementing aggressive policies to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, and consumers are responding with enthusiasm, with zero tailpipe emissions and significantly lower lifetime costs. Electric vehicles are becoming the go-to choice for a cleaner, more cost-effective future. Infrastructure, a critical challenge. The rise of electric vehicles presents a significant challenge to infrastructure. Imagine owning an electric vehicle but struggling to find a charging station during a long drive. This is a reality for many, as public charging networks lag behind the rapid growth of electric vehicle adoption. The US alone will need approximately 9.6 million public charging ports by 2030 to meet demand. Utilities, private companies, and governments are racing to build this infrastructure, focusing on high-speed chargers for highways and accessible, affordable options for urban centers. Utilities play a critical role in this transformation. They are not just installers of infrastructure, but also planners and facilitators. By integrating electric vehicles into energy systems, utilities ensure that charging stations are placed where they are needed most, and they manage power loads to avoid straining the grid. But the question remains, can infrastructure development keep pace with the electric vehicles boom? The cost factor, making electric vehicles affordable. One of the biggest barriers to electric vehicle adoption is cost. While prices have been dropping steadily, electric vehicles are still more expensive upfront than their gas-powered counterparts. However, their lower operating costs, thanks to cheaper electricity and minimal maintenance, make them more economical over time. Government incentives like tax credits, rebates, and grants are helping bridge the gap, particularly in countries that aim to phase out internal combustion engines. Automakers are also stepping up, introducing budget-friendly electric vehicle models. Tesla, for example, plans to launch a $25,000 electric vehicle that could revolutionize accessibility. But affordability isn't just about the car itself. Charging costs and the availability of subsidies also play a significant role. Are we doing enough to ensure everyone can afford to go electric? Is the power grid ready? With millions of electric vehicles expected to hit the roads in the next decade, one question looms large. Is our power grid ready? The shift to electric transportation is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it presents an opportunity to integrate renewable energy into the grid. On the other, it raises concerns about managing increased demand. Smart charging systems are emerging as a solution. These systems allow electric vehicles to charge during off-peak hours, reducing strain on the grid. Additionally, innovations like vehicle-to-grid (V2G) technology enable electric vehicles to send electricity back to the grid, acting as mobile energy storage units. Imagine a world where your car helps prevent blackouts and stabilizes the grid during emergencies. It's a glimpse into the future. But are we ready to implement these solutions on a large scale? The role of technology. At the heart of the electric vehicle revolution is technology. Battery advancements are transforming what's possible, with solid-state batteries promising longer range, faster charging, and greater safety. These breakthroughs address one of the biggest concerns for potential buyers: range anxiety. Autonomous driving is another frontier. Many electric vehicles now come equipped with semi-autonomous features, and full self-driving capabilities are on the horizon. These innovations will not only make driving safer, but also more efficient. Imagine a future where your car autonomously drives to a charging station, charges itself, and returns all while you are asleep. It's closer than you might think. Policies and the role of governments. Governments are at the forefront of the electric vehicles movement, setting ambitious goals to phase out gas-powered vehicles. Norway, for example, aims to sell only electric or hybrid cars by 2025, while California plans to ban the sale of internal combustion engine vehicles by 2035. These policies are crucial for driving adoption, but they're not without challenges. Developing nations, in particular, face hurdles like limited infrastructure and funding. For electric vehicles to become truly global, international cooperation and investment will be essential. Are current policies enough to create a level playing field for all nations? Automakers stepping up. The automotive industry is undergoing a seismic shift. Traditional automakers like Ford, General Motors, and Volkswagen are retooling factories and investing billions in electric vehicle production. Meanwhile, new players like Rivian and Lucid Motors are pushing the boundaries of design and performance. Tesla remains the benchmark, consistently leading the industry in innovation. However, competition is heating up, and that is good news for consumers. As more companies enter the market, we can expect prices to drop, quality to improve, and options to expand. Could the competition between automakers be the ultimate driver of the electric vehicles revolution? A glimpse into the future. What will the world look like when electric vehicles dominate the roads? For one, urban landscapes will change dramatically. Gas stations may transform into charging hubs, complete with cafes and co-working spaces. Mechanics will specialize in software updates and battery maintenance rather than oil changes. Cities could become quieter and cleaner, as electric buses and delivery vans replace their noisy, polluting counterparts. However, this transition raises questions about job displacement in industries like oil and traditional automotive manufacturing. How do we ensure a just transition for workers? The bigger picture, a transformative shift. The electric vehicle, EV revolution, is not just about transitioning from gas to electric cars. It represents a profound transformation in how we approach transportation, energy, and sustainability on a global scale. At its core, this shift is about reimagining how we power our lives, addressing the pressing climate crisis, and creating opportunities for a more equitable and innovative future. Let's break down the broader implications of this movement. Environmental benefits. The most obvious benefit of EVs is their potential to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Transportation accounts for nearly 25% of global carbon emissions, and transitioning to EVs powered by renewable energy could cut this significantly. Cleaner air in urban areas would mean fewer health issues like asthma and cardiovascular problems, improving the quality of life for millions of people. But the environmental benefits go beyond emissions. Electric vehicles have a smaller environmental footprint during their lifetime, especially as battery recycling technologies improve. Companies are already exploring ways to repurpose used EV batteries for energy storage systems, further extending their utility and reducing waste. Economic opportunities. The EV revolution is also a massive economic opportunity. By 2030, the global EV market is projected to be worth over $800 billion, creating millions of jobs in manufacturing, infrastructure development, and renewable energy. However, this economic shift also poses challenges. Industries tied to fossil fuels, such as oil extraction and traditional automotive manufacturing, will likely face significant disruptions. Transitioning workers in these sectors to new roles in the EV economy will require comprehensive workforce development programs. Governments and businesses must collaborate to provide training and support for displaced workers. ensuring a just transition for all. Moreover, the EV market offers a chance to address economic disparities. Affordable EV models and widespread charging access can make clean transportation accessible to underserved communities. Policies that prioritize equitable infrastructure development will be essential to ensure that the benefits of this revolution are shared by everyone. Transforming urban landscapes. As EVs become the norm, cities will undergo dramatic changes. Gas stations may transform into charging hubs with additional amenities like cafes, co-working spaces, or retail outlets. Parking lots could evolve into solar-powered charging stations, integrating clean energy into urban design. Public transportation systems will also benefit. Electric buses, trains, and scooters are already making cities quieter and less polluted. These innovations could encourage more people to use shared mobility options, reducing traffic congestion and further lowering emissions. Yet, these changes require careful planning. Urban areas will need to rethink zoning laws, invest in charging infrastructure, and ensure that public spaces are accessible to all. This raises an intriguing question. How will city planning evolve to accommodate a fully electric future? Ultimately, the EV revolution is about more than cars. It's about creating a sustainable and equitable future. By embracing this transformation, we have the opportunity to address some of the most pressing challenges of our time, from climate change to economic inequality. But this future isn't guaranteed. It requires bold action, innovative thinking, and a willingness to adapt. Governments must implement ambitious policies, companies must prioritize sustainability, and individuals must be open to new ways of living and moving. The road ahead is long, but the destination is worth it. As EVs continue to reshape our world, we must ask ourselves, are we ready to seize this moment and drive toward a brighter future? The answer lies in our collective commitment to change, and the journey has only just begun. So, what do you think? Are we ready to embrace this change, or are we moving too fast? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.